Hi, this is Dan Mallon, and today I am going to be demonstrating how to use Quizlet Live. Quizlet is an online learning tool, um, and Quizlet Live is kind of like the latest and greatest option that you can use on there to review information with kids, put kids in groups, and allow them to work together to review terms or review before a big test. Basically, it's a good way to kind of allow them to work together to kind of gather and sort through information and kind of turn it into a fun and collaborative game. So you just start by going on to Quizlet, and you can either log in or create a free account, which is simple. There's this upgrade to teacher option on here, and from everybody that I've talked to about it and from what I've seen, it's not really necessary. You can pretty much do everything that you need to do, at least when you're getting started here with the free version of it. So I wouldn't worry about doing that. You can function as a teacher and act as a teacher without actually using this upgrade to teacher and paying for it. So um, go into Quizlet, like I said, log in, create an account. And if you've used Quizlet before, not the live version, but just the general Quizlet, you may be familiar with some of this, so I'll kind of work through that quickly before we get to Quizlet Live. So with Quizlet, you can basically create a study set where you import information from wherever. You can create it yourself. You can upload it from a Google Doc or Word or Excel or wherever you have it. Anything that you've already done, you can upload it here pretty easily. So you don't need to really do anything over again. And you can use this to put in vocabulary terms or definitions, or pretty much it lends itself very well to any subject matter, any type of information that you want the kids to review. And the nice thing about Quizlet is you don't even really need to go this as far as doing it yourself, because for the most part, whatever you're teaching is probably already done by somebody else. So instead of creating a study set, what I would do when you're getting started is just search whatever it is you want to do. So for us at Truman, the Keystones have kind of dominated our world lately. So if I put in Keystone Literature Review and just search that, you'll see that there's really endless Quizlets out there already with Keystone terminology, which are probably very similar to what you would upload or create yourself. So you don't really need to create virtually anything. I mean, you can find anything on here from whatever you're teaching, really any subject. Someone has probably done it at some point. As far as using Quizlet Live, you need at least 12 terms. You'll need at least 6 students, which shouldn't be a problem. Some of these larger ones with 60 or 100 or so terms, that's probably going to be a little bit overwhelming for the kids. So I would start with something that's a little bit more basic, maybe like this one here with 25 terms, which is kind of a nice round number. And if you look at the information, you'll see here that all of these terms are things the kids need to know for the Keystone test, definitions and terminology that is very similar to what you would put in there yourself. Like I said, it's already done for you, and you can use it. So this is where I would start. If you've done Quizlet before, you may have seen this page at least, where the kids can kind of review flashcards or little matching games that they have. They can create a test or a quiz for themselves. You can tell them what types of questions you want them to put in there. They give you different options. And what we're going to do, like I said, is the live version, which is really kind of a fun interactive game for the kids to play in class. So if you just find one of these Quizlets that matches up with what it is you want to teach, like this one, Keystone Literature Review, and you click on Live, and then you click on Create a Game, it'll bring you, this is your teacher page, to this screen, which is the code that you're going to give to the kids. So once they enter this code, they'll no longer need to see your screen. They'll use their own screen. They'll each have see their own information. So I'm going to log in now as a student by just going to Quizlet Live, and I will enter this 248460. and join the game. I'll put my daughter's name in there. And she is in there waiting for the teacher to start the game. Now, on your teacher page, you'll see that Katie is in. You need 5 more students. You need at least 5. You need at least 6 to do Quizlet Live. So once you have 6 students logged in, you can then start the game. Okay, so now basically everyone is logged in here. My whole family here. My 3 daughters, myself, my wife, my dog. And I put in another person here known as Problem Child, just to show you that if you do have a student who puts in the wrong name or something inappropriate or whatever, you can very easily delete them just by clicking on them, and they're gone. And whether or not you give them another chance, I guess it's up to you. But you can remove kids pretty easily. Once you have 6, you can create the game. And it will divide them into teams. In this case, we have the Oxen and the Pumas. If you're not happy with the teams or the kids beg you to change teams, you can shuffle teams and you can move them around. And when you have the teams the way you want them, you start the game. So here is your teacher screen, which will keep track of we have the Bears and the Lynx here. I guess they changed the names. Okay. So now we have that. This is the student screen that I'm looking at, and this is an example of the question. Now again, even the kids who are on the same team, only one of them is going to have the right answer. Okay, so we're looking for repeated use of sounds, words, or ideas for effect and emphasis. I may not have the right answer here. Okay, if I don't, one of my teammates, Kara or Grace, will. All right, so this is where the kids kind of, even those kids who want to sit down and don't really want to get up and move around, once they start playing, they're going to want to get up, they're going to want to move around, they're going to want to look at each other's screens, they're going to need to look at each other's screens to see who has the right answer, and once they find it, they will probably immediately begin to yell at that person to, or encourage that person, hopefully, to click on the right answer. So in this case, I don't think I have the right answer here. I am looking for repetition, okay? So if I clicked on diction, which I did there, it gives me the correct answer, which I didn't have, meaning that one of my teammates had it. Tries to persuade the reader to do think by because it is popular or everyone is doing it. Again, this would be bandwagon, I believe, which I don't think I have. So again, one of my teammates here has the right answer. Bandwagon. So if I clicked on there, I would be wrong. Okay? And that is pretty much how it works. Okay? So somebody on the team is going to have the right answer. It's up to the kids to determine who has it. On your teacher page here, it will keep track of their score. Again, this is going to be bias here, so I still don't have the right answer. Here we go. So this gives me a right answer. Bias, prejudice, or preposition. Okay. So now this team will have a point. Okay. And once they get up to 12, you'll have a winner. Okay. If you get a negative point, if I get another answer wrong, it would take one away. So the score kind of can go back and forth, and you could have a team that's even way out in front, 10-0, and they could still wind up losing because they could answer incorrectly. But that's pretty much how it works. Like I said, the kids all have their own screen. Only one of them is going to have the right answer. Moving around, you know, calling out answers to each other. So it's not the quietest review game in the world typically, but it's really fun and engaging, and can take something as dry as keystone terminology and really make it fun and interesting and exciting for the kids. So it's something that is an easy tool to use for pretty much any subject matter. So hopefully you give it a shot and you find it useful. Thanks for watching.